We'll move on to agenda item 11, discussion regarding library and results of recent survey regarding library and all related issues. Commissioner Lichty.
Thank you. The library recently did a survey, and we were very pleased with some of the results, surprised by some of the results, and I thought it would be good if we would have that presentation made to the Commissioners Court. So, Ms. Heather Buegler, the president of our Library Advisory Board.
Yes, sir. May I hand these out to you?
Please, 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 please.
All right. So, good morning. I think it's still morning. My name is Heather Buegler. On behalf of the Library Advisory Board, I'm here to share the results of our recent community survey for the Rockwall County Library. We did this as part of preparing for our next 5-year plan. Instead of starting internally, we decided to go directly to the community and start there. We wanted to know how they're using the library and what they're looking for as the county continues to grow. We had 439 total respondents and thousands of actual responses, which we were extremely pleased with. What stood out to us, and I was actually really grateful for, was so many of our respondents took the time to actually write responses. So they were all, we had multiple choice, every single question was optional, and we had over 2/3 of our respondents choose to write actual responses. That tells us that the respondents didn't just click through the survey to get it done. They actually genuinely care about what happens to the library. They spent enough time to share their thoughts, and yeah, it was really neat to see. The survey covered things like usage, programs, materials, technology, facilities, overall, just experience of the library. Starting with usage, about 75% of our respondents said they visit the library at least monthly. Nearly 1/3 of those are coming in every single week. So that says that the library is very well ingrained into the routine of Rockwall County citizens. Where things really start to stand out is what people are asking for. And what we've seen across the written responses is one theme that comes up again, and again. People are asking for more. More programs, more materials, more space, more access, more. It shows up in different ways, but it is extremely consistent. Programs are a big part of that. There's a strong interest in expanding programming, especially for kids and families, but really across all age groups, adults, teens, you name it. It's clear that a lot of people, the library isn't just about the books. It's the place where they come to participate and connect with each other. We saw the same thing with materials. People are asking for more selection, shorter wait times, and better availability. So again, it's not something that's really missing. It's just that people are using what's there and they really want more of it. Space came up quite a bit as well. We heard comments about seating, crowding, programs filling up. And that definitely lines up with the data on the multiple choice questions as well. About 66% of our respondents said that they would support expanding the current library facility, the current space, or even adding additional locations to the library system. I think it's extremely important to note that even though people are asking for more things, it's not because they're dissatisfied with the library. They love the library. These wants are built on consistent positive experiences that they're getting over and over again. It's just Rockwall County is growing. Let's see here. So we had some really interesting comments, and I can send you the entire spreadsheet of every comment that was given. But it's really cute to go through and read some of them. I mean, people were saying that the library, one person said the library was a refuge for her and her daughter. Another person said that it's one of the few places left where people can go without needing to spend money. And that's definitely true these days. So when you step back and really look at everything together, the library is definitely being used. It is very clearly loved, and the demand is absolutely continuing to grow. And it's not isolated in just one area. It is all the way across the board. Every single thing that the library offers is being used pretty much to its capacity at this point. We had a sense that that was probably going to be the case just because the numbers that we see come across from the library itself, which is why we included a question in our survey about whether people would be willing to support, the library as demand continues to grow. And about 70% of them said that they would. Of those, 85% said that they would even be willing to support a bond in order to do what needs to be done at the library. So that's not just demand. That's not just using the services. I mean, these are people that are willing to spend their hard-earned money to make the library even better than what it is today. From my perspective, since I was on the strategic planning committee, it's very interesting to me to see how the responses that we had to our own survey directly correspond to the same responses we had to the planning surveys. The plan talks a lot about managing growth, making sure services keep up. And what we're seeing with the library is this is a real world example of where that's already starting to show up. So the goal today was really just to share what we have heard from the community. We really do appreciate the level of participation that we had. I mean, honestly, we were thinking we'd get a couple hundred responses because this was not a very well, published and, put out there survey. Library board has no budget at all. So we all did this ourselves. And, we just went through, people we know, hit up a couple of the, like the Founders Day and Farmers Market and things like that. And we were very happy with the number of responses that we got, especially from the people that took the time out of their day to actually write out responses and give us some more insight. So I think that gives us a really strong starting point to move forward with our 5-year plan. And that's really all I have to share with you all today. Did you have any questions?
Any questions for Heather?
Heather, I have one. In regards to the 439 respondents that did respond, was one of the questions asking for information about their name or their addresses or anything like that, or was it all anonymous?
No, it was all anonymous.
Okay.
We didn't want to put any barriers to people wanting to actually share their thoughts about the library.
Okay.
But we did track certain data that allowed us to know that we had actual individual responses.
Okay, thank you.
No, just thank you for the presentation. It was great. The library is a gem in our community. We really appreciate it, and I'm glad the survey says what I think we all knew, that it's very busy, that it is crowded, that it needs more space, and that our long-term plan is to obviously find a solution for that. And I'm glad that there was positivity around that in the survey.
And I included a data point on your handouts that I didn't talk about here, but one of the neatest things for us as the Library Advisory Board was seeing the people that were so incredibly thrilled with the library staff. I mean, when you look at the responses that were good or excellent for how the library staff is at the library, they had a 95% rating on people that marked them either good or excellent in their services. So it's really to commend that staff.
All right, well done, well done.
Appreciate it, Heather. and
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Marcine, and all you guys do. And the comments from the court, this is, as I think Bobby said, this is a gem in our community.
It really is.
And one of the benefits of being the liaison to the library is to see what a great job they do and see what we can do to even make it better. So that's what we'll be working on.
Thank you so much.
All right.
And I just want to thank you, Heather, for serving. Precinct 4 being the head of the library
yes,
board always makes me
yes.
proud. So thank you for your work and thank you for the presentation.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for having me.
All right, thank you.